Top of your mornings, you all ladies. My name is Harry Home, and welcome to MBA with a blah 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 blah. On this episode, I will send to you all fun stuffs about what I think about PR and sponsorships in modernized marketing. Especially one of our members has said too much about advertising. The reason I chose all of them would be reviewed as soon as possible. But at first, I want to say thank you for your attention, and all members have been collaborated so well. Don't be sleepy, here it comes. 3 weeks ago, I had a need to find a study for a master's degree abroad and attend an extremely large seminar in Ho Chi Minh City. It's called the MBA Tour. That program is organized by more than 20 universities, but mostly come from North America, and their professors was also invited in to promote their schools to all the customers like me. It looks very spectacular, but when all enter in the general meeting, I was very amazed to see most of people around me do like this. Sorry, I didn't mean to attack the show badly or parody anything, but it's very dry and depressing reality. What do you think if in a meeting a seller just needs to kill you in a heap of complex information such as a rumble? I think it would be funny if you had a patience to endure. Nobody wants to be tortured, but perhaps advertising is the tool to have the seller torture the buyer until they have to give up. The professor was very persuasive, which is what I have to admit. All the parameters seems very perfect, but the question of the customer cares about most probably they don't dare to ask because of the delicacy. It's everything, whatever the credibility level is high or not. See, that's the problem. Every customer now will not be foolish to listen to temptation, no matter how much from a devoted salesperson. All is money. Mistakes lead to losing a large amount of money, right? Everything must be calculated very carefully. The choice of every university is not merely based on the best advertising information possible, but also through an intermediary. It is your acquaintance. In fact, nearly 80% of overseas students believe that they consider based on bloggers who were established by former international students. They have experienced the quality of a school, like how to live, have difficulties, or worth the huge amount of money they have to spend or not. They are extremely reliable information. So I will ask you a question. Would you rather hear an instigation from an acquaintance or a stranger to spend an amount close to buying your future house? Think about it. After that, I learned that it would be better to sit on the web and search for general information about university than go to the conference directly. Because what many school representatives have pointed out is actually get straight from existing online information platforms, at least at a brochure above. So where does the difference come from? Have you ever wondered how Chicago, Harvard, or Stanford have built such a reputation that anyone who here is knows their class is more than thousands of other schools? All for fact, since the last century, many billionaires, hundreds of journalists, and alumni have been dedicated to supporting these universities. All have the same 2 points. Firstly, they prove that these schools are very, very good. And secondly, they influence the people around them. These billionaires and journalists are not really on the payroll of the school, but they earn trust from everyone. That is public relations, which people call it now PR. It's many other cases that the case I mentioned to all you guys above. But in business it's also right also. So I want to tell you that why PR is very important in business other than advertising. The fierce competition obliges us to use every bit of resource we have. So it previously the ultimate weapon to gaining consumer trust, it was marketing. Now PR become as much as important. Of course, the primary focus of public relations is beneficial, but above all, the best part of PR is creating a positive public image and building friendly relationships with the media. So I will list for you 5 reasons why PR is important for all companies. Firstly, damage control. Despite decreasing the company's authority and social profile, PR plays a vital role in time of crisis. For example, imagine a competitor who starts to spread false but persuasive, convincing, unpleasant information about the company. It's natural that the public awareness will increase and customer will slowly start to leave out. That's the fact. But how PR have to avoid such that problems? It's very simple. When rumors start spreading, PR specialists join the game and states why the information is false. Of course, loyal clients taking outside is inevitable, but completely erasing the doubts is impossible. Third, minimizing the damage taken is always the decision made. Secondly, becoming a brand. Today's world's fierce competition has set a benchmark where publicity and quality take it all. Customers always choose the leading brand on the market because everyone wants to consume the best one available. So if you plan to compete with the sharks, keep in mind that you will be getting bite. Nowhere if your publicity is equal to the point of zero. Moreover, offering a quality products to your customer will increase your reliability and authority and make it easier to become a brand. Thirdly, social networking. The dramatic rise of the usage of social media have skyrocketed the purpose of business in social networking. Fourth, simply getting likes and followers on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat isn't enough to engage your customer. Moreover, without engagement, having social profiles is worthless. Today, social media is the best place to communicate a company's case message. Social media is the best way to stay visible. And most importantly, a social network is the best place to build relationships and increase the number of customers. So, under today's circumstances, not implementing PR in the social media equals to losing at least 30% of the potential customers. Fourth, stay visible. Visibility clearly shows that importance of PR. Never let the customers forget that you exist. Always keep them on track. Inform them with all activities. Explain what's going on with the company. Ask them how to improve and try to build a friendly relationship. This way, it can improve the customer experience and they will understand what you are bringing to them, and because you bring them the fact that they are definitely the core of the company. And lastly is the building partnership. In order to grow the business, establishing partnerships is essential because having strong connections directly affects the company's authority, and that's where the PR department step in. Creating, maintaining connections is a number one priority of a PR specialist, as connections have potential to turn into opportunities. Now we will focus on advertising. The relationship between a consumer and advertiser had become a game of nagging and pestering, or just like a tic-tac pop. The advertisers feel the consumer doesn't really want what's on offer, but assume that if it just keeps popping up all the time and perhaps crack a joke or gets half undressed, okay, you will be mad if you receive up to 4,000 emails of advertisement one per day. Okay, cracking your phone please. Eventually the customer will give up and buy the damn toothbrush, chocolate bar or insurance policy. Okay, them feel like good. But badgering people can feel like a natural strategy of all advertisers to fall back when striving to gain the attention. And after all, this is what they did, what they were very young and had no other options. A 6-year-old baby have no capacity to rationally persuade her or his parents to buy her a goldfish, but he or she will instinctively assume that asking a million times might just work, and asking occasionally it does. And when they are stressed to keep their jobs at an agency, they may return easily to such early bargaining instincts. So, however, at present, there's simply no incentive for us to tell that advertisers about what they might need, because the customer don't trust them not to keep bugging the customers if ever they were to reveal about themselves. They are very annoyed us far too much already for us to let on about our interests. We don't want to tell them what we are potentially in the market for a new car, or wouldn't mind being shown from some option of a nice woolen jacket. We would never share such a private information because we suspect how it might all go. We would be bothered ad nauseum, possibly for decades. We wouldn't be present with the whole real range of options, and our details would be passed on or other firms selling earthly offbeat things like inflatable dinglage or lunchbox. So instead, the customer just lie low and remain deeply guarded about sharing anything about their lives. So which is what, in turn, leads advertisers to bully us and spy on us, to track our online moves, and when they are really fed up and desperate, to bung up our computers with pop-ups, such like you search on Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and or even on Facebook or Twitter platform. There are so many pop-ups. The relationship between the customer and advertiser have wound up, being marked by a total lack of trust on both sides. Customers don't trust that advertiser will look after their real needs, and advertiser don't trust that customer will listen to their any honest pitch. However, it is a sad situation. It doesn't hit at the shape of eventual answer. If advertisers become more responsible, could be trust, not force random things on us, then we would tell them about ourselves or our needs, perhaps quite a lot. The more we talk well of them, the more details we get revealed, as we might a friend. But we only become friends with people we can trust. That's there. Doesn't encompass our advertising industry. If these people want to earn our time and sincere attention, then they need to stop tracking us with cookies and trying to show up with hardly any clothes on with plates. So, in conclusion, advertisers need to behave with sort of dignity and self-respect of people who know they could properly improve their life. Others want to get know them well. Then, customer will willingly start to listen and tell them about themselves. That's why advertising is very worse than public relations, and that's why customer always ask about credibility between all of them, so they have to find their own solution for buying any service or any goods, right or not.